What's up, guys? Boy here. Today we're doing another video. Today we're taking a look at the NWU U.S. Navy NWU Type 1. Let's begin. Yes and no, you're not looking at this. Does look like a multiplayer, a multiplayer skin in the video game. I'm a little disappointed they don't have red of all things, but I guess. But it's also kind of really weird to see that. Yes, the entirety of the NWU Type 2, or Type 1. So let's begin with the history itself about it. So, in 2003, the U.S. Navy decided to trying to replace their M81 pattern. Yes, all the branches all have kind of the same camo pattern, and that's about it. Then they decided to say, oh no, let's make our different camos for ourselves. So the Navy also have the same suit too, kind of was beginning for the MARPAT pattern, U.S. Army, and the Air Force, like the ABU. So the prototype has actually had two variants of it. One has the woodland style pattern, or the M81 style pattern, and of course the digital version. And in 2004, it ultimately chose the digital pattern. And you could probably all see from the camo itself, it was, well, mixed for it. Kind of like UCP pattern. Not only this is, I know I'm going to be just ripping this to shreds, yes, this actually became very much notorious of being the absolute worst camo. And also, yes, there's actually been in movies, which I kind of know. You could probably all know this camo, or rather this shown its prominence in probably obviously the worst movie you can get, Battleship. Yes, somehow a board game somehow got its own movie. That was a pile of dog crap for that one. Yes, the dog crap, that was the movie itself. And somehow need to be like the Michael Bay Transformers, which I'm going to be guilty of myself saying that's a film I do see, and I thought that was okay. Okay, that's... Also, this will also kind of like the MARPAT pattern, which it also will have the Navy with the ship, the Eagle and the Anchor type, and also will be all around the actual thing itself. You will probably see this USN on there too. And the pattern, the actual camo pattern, we'll have is this dark blue, dark gray, light gray, and black, which, if you probably all know how notorious this thing is, well, if you practically looked at the UCP, which I know I'm bringing that guy up all over the time, kind of had the same results as it is. Now, as for this one, it actually is very notorious of actually being called as the camo that goes overboard and can't be spotted very quickly. Yeah, this is a camo that you can just noticing that if you jump in water, it's not going to go well. It's actually that bad. It's a terrible camo, and even the actual people who worked at the Navy aren't fans of this, because you can actually get lost in the sea and they won't even know where you're at. So that's kind of pretty weird about it here. And also having a lack of flame resistant. But and that was ultimately replaced with the NWU Type 3. So this guy will be like all around, military surplus stores. So let's get on to the top itself. So the top itself is kind of like a normal M81 pattern or a BDU pattern. One thing about this also will have a button inside. Let me know in the comments. Anybody know what the button in the inside for? This will also have like buttons all to the top. Of 5 buttons all over to the top. Unfortunately, I can't tell about this, but this is also really in a very salty condition. So that's kind of a thing for it. Also on this one too. Oh wait, I'll be right back. I think I got another one of these. Okay, I'm back and I actually did found it. So this is what the tag was on top of it. Rather on the back of it, inside of it. And also there's a tag too right here. Medium to X long. So here's what it looks like. So pause that if you want to read that. Also at the same time for this one. Yeah, this is actually I bought 2 of the, actually, this is the one I have, which somehow had the button broken. Yeah, I know it's in, it's this one right here. Oh, no. It's, I'm trying to find it's the, no, it's, yeah, it's, I know it's one of the buttons. Oh, yeah, there's right here. Yep. This is another one I had is also the one that has a broken button, one of them. So, yep. So there's also, on the front, you actually got 2 pockets, rather 2 breast pockets, also secured with 2 buttons on both sides. You also have a wrist to adjust having to adjust your wrist for that on both sides. Also having to be also reinforced at the same time. Let's see. And on the back, there is nothing. That's all about it. So now let's get to the pants itself. So the pants itself is also don't have a actual adjustment strap, which that kind of makes sense for it, because actually the only thing I know about that is from a Russian gear, the VSR 90, the EMR digital flora pattern. Okay, you have on top. You also have to have belt loops for the belts. There's a button there and a zipper right here. 2 pockets, all secured with a button right here, secured with a button. Also is elastic on both sides at the same time too, and 2 normal pockets. And at the back, you also have 2 pockets on both the cheek side. Also on the waist is also have an elastic strap both sides inside the pants. So let's test his bad boys out. Okay, I would actually. I know that we all give flack to the UCP as the worst camo of all time, but something like this, that now it's actually kind of the opposite, like the UCP. The UCP, they say like they can't blend in, which I think I can beg to differ, like rocky terrains and stuff like that. Which I mean, that's kind of a use for it, but for this, somehow it's so effective that you can't even. And yes, this actually became rather infamous for, you guessed it, Cole, as the camo that you can actually can not really, but you can blend into the water and they wouldn't even tell about it. Yeah, it's kind of the overboard camo, that's, or known as the blueberry camo, because it can actually blend into the water super quick. Which I mean, if you're going to be trying to do it a hide and seek for probably 24 hours, and this would probably be the most effective thing for like water, like oceans and stuff like that, which is not. I think, in my opinion, I think they should have done with the more like grays and stuff like that, because it's kind of really bizarre about it. And yes, it's bizarre to see this. I know that there are camos exist with like some really unhinged type of camo, like, or colors, like things like yellow to let's see, even like normal like light blue type, something like the PLA camo. But this, it just kind of really awkward looking. So I'm giving the NW Type 1 an astounding of, I gotta say about this, probably a 4 out of 10, or maybe a 3, because material wise is also kind of a major problem, because it's been found out that this can actually catch on fire, and it's so bad, or rather its material, that decided ultimately replacing this with the NW Type 3, which is, I gotta say, that's just ludicrous, or just silly to look at, or kind of insane about it. I know it's trying to be more prideful on the ocean, but I also do like the appeal to this one, but really, it's a bad camo for what it is. But on the other hand, it's just like out there for anything at all. So that wraps up the NW Type 3. I'm Artoboy, and I'm signing out. I'll see you guys next time.